Hey, good morning, and how are we doing this lovely Friday the 13th, where it's approaching 86, well, it's not approaching, it is 86 degrees out at 9:48 in the morning. So, I know I haven't done a video since me and my wife made the attempt to go to Sanibel Island, and the closer we got, the longer it was going to take to get there. So, and I haven't come through my favorite strawberry fields yet, so I think this is the second harvest that's planted right now. Everything's looking nice and green. I don't see any buds. But anyways, before we get too far along in this video, can I get a big thumbs up? Like, share, and subscribe. You know, yeah, big thumbs up would be nice. So, you know, I kind of want to keep this video short, but I have a feeling it's going to be long. So, check the timer before you get too involved. You know, not quite a year ago, it'll be a year ago, the end of October, you know, Hurricane Milton did some damage to my house, and I had mentioned this in previous videos. I even made a video of me, you know, rebuilding the roof on the lanai portion of my house, and that really didn't concern me. Yeah, I couldn't sit out there if it was raining or anything, or not that we can sit out there when it's 90 degrees, because it's, you know, easy bake oven. I mean, if it's 90 out in the sun, it's about 136 underneath the carport in the lanai, so it kind of useless. So anyway, when the roof portion of my lanai blew off, it broke my skylight, but it just broke the dome. I mean, there's a couple of different layers up there. If you know how a skylight works, you have the outside layer, which is exposed to the elements, and that's the one that you know, is usually tinted or colored, and it's an actual dome. And under that, which lays flat in the framework, is a membrane, and underneath that membrane is another membrane. So it only broke the dome, and well, the membranes are very, very thin. Wow, those are some big holes. Ooh. Wow, threaded the needle on those two. Yikes. So those membranes are very thin, and I didn't want to take the chance of getting any hail or, you know, heavy rain or wind and, you know, ruining those membranes, and then I would have had, you know, water infiltrating the house, which is not good. You know, you don't want water in your house. So I took some vapor barrier tape, which is extremely, and I do mean extremely, durable, and I covered the entire surface of the skylight. Yeah, this here is the second planting of the strawberries. So I covered the entire, you know, surface of the skylight. I went vertically and horizontally, so I, you know, got double protection, I guess, what it is. Well, anyways, but I digress. So it came time to start calling roofing companies, handymen, and the whatnot to see about either having the skylight replaced or having the skylight just sealed over, you know. Take the skylight out, drop in a piece of plywood, and shingle over it with, you know, throw down tar paper and shingles, because I have, when I had my roof done a couple of years ago, they left me 6 bundles of shingles, so I have more than enough shingles to do it. Now, I'll be honest, when I was a young man, I did do a little bit of roofing for 2 summers, but I forget everything, and I never had to splice in. We always started off on the, you know, first row. I mean, you do your first double row and then you work up from there. I never, you know, eliminated anything in the middle of a roof, so that's beyond my skill level, and I'm going to be the first to admit that. Man, ton of sand on this road today. Tons of sand. Oh yeah, we had extremely heavy rain yesterday. I mean, it was wicked. It was awesome. But anyways, so started calling roofing companies. Nope, job's too small, don't want to do it. Nah, well, we can put you on a list and we can get to it. Finally, I got a flyer in the mail, and you know, person seemed very nice on the other end of the phone and made the appointment. The estimator that was coming out, I mean, he was prompt. I mean, look at these gullies, they're all full of water. You know, the estimator was prompt, on time, very courteous, you know, goes up on the roof, walks around, takes a video, takes pictures, blah blah blah. Comes inside. Yeah, he came inside all right. 1,700 bucks. And I goes, well, I have my own shingles, and he's giving me this song and dance about, oh, we can't use the shingles, they're not any good, they've been laying around. Really? How long do you think they lay around in a warehouse? This stuff isn't made to order. I mean, they do a run and they make tonnage of roofing. I mean, tonnage. So we'll knock 50 bucks off. I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's great. And I told the guy, I said, well, I don't have, you know, $1,700 or whatever it was going to be, minus $1,750, minus $1,700. And he goes, well, you can finance it. And I goes, well, all right, what are the rates on the financing? And he goes, oh, we won't be able to use your shingles if you finance it because we can't warranty it. Have a nice day, buddy. So 2 or 3 more phone calls. Nope, sorry, job's too small. Nope, we're too busy. Nope, job's too small. Yeah. And I remembered one of my neighbors that no longer lives near us. He told me about the roofing company that did his roof some years ago. So I remembered it. I remembered the name. It had to jog my memory quite a bit. And got the woman on the phone, and she goes, oh yeah, she goes, we can get somebody out there. That doesn't sound like too big of a problem. Yada yada yada, really nice. And I'm like, okay, here we go, same song and dance again, you know. So I don't know, it was the weekend. She goes, oh, he might come out tomorrow, which was a Saturday, but I didn't think so. So anyways, he comes on Monday. He almost got shot. I'll admit that. He never knocked on the door. He just started parading around on the roof and scared the living crap out of me. I grabbed my piece, I ran outside, and what's what, man? You know, I think the guy was just as scared as I was. And you know, he finally said, oh yeah, you know, I'm from roofing. I goes, okay buddy, do your thing. So he was up there for a good 45 minutes, and I was trying to figure out what the blazes he was doing for 45 minutes. It's a skylight, you know, I mean, it's a hole in my roof, literally. And so later on that evening, I want to say maybe, I don't know, 7 o'clock, 7:30, I'm settling down, and I start watching some tube, and my phone rings, and it's the roofing company. I goes, oh, this is, I goes, here comes the bad news. This is odd, calling me this late at night. And she's like, well, she goes, I have 2 prices for you. And I goes, okay. I goes, go ahead. Replace the skylight with a new skylight, 950 bucks. I'm like, all right, that's not too bad. And to just seal it up and use and roof it over, $550. And I goes, well, I have my own shingles. I goes, I have 6 bundles. And she goes, oh no, they won't need that much, they'll only need 1. She goes, but I'll knock $50 off of it. I'm like, lady, you're a blessing, you have no idea. I goes, all right, yeah. I goes, I can swing $500. That's really nice. And I said, how long is that quote good for? And usually these people tell you, oh yeah, a week, 2 weeks, if you get in touch with us within the next month. Nope. Excuse me. This woman says, don't worry about it. When you get the money, just give us a call, we'll come out and do it. She goes, the quote is the quote. She goes, you're a local resident, and she goes, we like to take care of our senior citizens. And I'm like, yeah, And I'm going to tell you something right now. A lot of you people are just going to like X the video off when I say this. Me and my wife have been praying on this for a long time. And I mean, deep prayer. I mean, we even had our church praying for us that somehow, some way, we could find somebody that would do it at a cost we could afford. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm retired. My income is very limited. I mean, I'm barely hanging on to the Harley. I mean, the Harley is month to month whether I'm going to sell it or not. And I mean, it will break my heart. And I'll be honest, I mean, we got in trouble with the IRS through no fault of our own. That stupid Obamacare or whatever the hell it was. I mean, we calculated things wrong, and well, we ended up owing the IRS a fortune. So, and that's why I've been struggling for the past year. I mean, shame on me. Well, shame on us. But these things happen. We're human. We make mistakes. But we'll get out of it. Hopefully we'll be out of it by October. I mean, we've done the math and we make our monthly payments, and we've been paying for 18 months now, and October we should be done. So that's it. And I just want to, what's my point? What's my point? I wish I knew what my point was. Maybe one of you people can tell me what my point is. But anywho, oh, that house is for sale. Can't afford it. My point is, has it got to be so that all, well, I can't say all, because I did find one company that's, gonna take care of me. I mean, has it gone to the point where a majority of companies, and I mean a major majority of them, I mean, we're talking 90-95%. Ooh, dragging. Yeah, dragging the old kickstand. Yeah, has it gone to the point that, all these, companies, 90-95% of these service companies, that provide us services, have they gotten that greedy that they're actually going to gouge people? Especially us senior citizens. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one in this, boat of life, that's, struggling these days. Buddy, I'm gonna go by, and I'm not gonna do it easy too. Thank you. Yep. No need to blow his eardrums out. I can do it nice and gently. It gave me the wave by, so good for him. Yeah, there's a local winery. We shouldn't. Me and my wife went there some time ago, a long time ago, and they have every different type of flavored wine you could imagine. No, I'm not talking Boone's Farm wine where you get, apples, strawberry, They had onion wine, onion flavored wine. Yeah, I was a little, I did not try the onion. I mean, wine made from grass, you know, like you see on the side of the road over here. Well, and conventional wine made from grapes. But yeah, when I saw another house for sale, still can't afford that one either. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty sad that, you know, all these big major companies are just out there and they just want to, you know, put the thumb screws to the elderly. I mean, do they think we're stupid? Well, I think a lot of us have lost it, because I mean, every day you read about another person being scammed, another person being scammed, you know, and it's quite sad when you see a person who's, well, okay, let's say my age, you know, mid-60s to 70, you know, that gets scammed out of, you know, tens of thousands of dollars or their life savings. I mean, really, you know, wake up, be like me, don't answer the phone. If somebody really wants me, you know, they're gonna leave a voicemail message. And if they're a reputable place, they're gonna show up on the caller ID, you know. So and that's how I don't answer the phone anymore. I mean, my wife was with me, I'd have my wife comment, and yep, he doesn't answer the phone. I mean, I literally have thousands, I mean, I have thousands of blocked phone numbers in my iPhone. If you scroll through them as fast as you can, it takes 10 minutes. And that's the honest truth. So, I don't know, that was my little bit of a grumpy rant today, I guess, you know, about, you know, conglomerates and hosing over the little people. And I mean, even a local, I mean, look at the labor rates at car dealerships and motorcycle dealerships. I mean, my local HD dealership, you know, I mean, local Harley dealer, $195 an hour labor. I mean, $195 an hour for labor. That's absolutely ludicrous. Actually, slightly more than ludicrous. I mean, who can afford that? I could never afford that. You know, and I mean, I'm lucky that I have a local indie shop that charges well under $100. He does great work. Although I haven't needed any major work done yet, but I mean, I did went and, you know, I saw, you know, gave him a, hey, I'm the customer, what do you know? And I mean, I'm well versed in mechanics. I mean, I was you know, an industrial mechanic for 31 years, so I mean, I know how things work. I know how much time things take. I know when somebody's shoveling the manure in my direction too. So yeah, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad that all these conglomerates just want to really take advantage of us seniors. Well, take advantage of everybody, actually. And wow, I wasn't going to make this a long video, and it's a long video. Yeah, it's a long video. Well, I am going to let you go. I think that's long enough. That's my rant. I have an idiot in a delivery van. I mean, up my butt. So, alright, you folks, I'm gonna let this go unless there's any bonus footage. I'll put at the beginning that there's bonus footage. So in the meantime, how about a big thumbs up, and as usual, peace and God bless.